Most children think their dads are brilliant fountains of endless knowledge with a huge array of entertaining tricks up their sleeves. While most dads do their best to live up to this image, however, it isn't always that easy. That's where this new book comes in. Dad Stuff is packed with everything that a dad in the 21st century needs to know to keep your children entertained. So Simon Rose and Steve Caplin, the authors, join me in the studio now. Welcome, guys.
Hi. Hello.
Now, you must be the best dads in the world.
We are brilliant dads, actually, aren't we? Well,
now that we've got the book, except our families, yes.
No, there was a point at which we were nearly finishing off the book, and it was during the school holidays, and our kids were saying, "Dad, I'm bored." And we said, "Go away!
Go
I'm
away,
writing
I'm
a book
writing
about
a
what a
book.
great dad I am."
I'm
So
busy.
that was kind of tricky.
Yes.
But the thing is, dads don't do the talking thing about how to bring up their own children and games to play, and dads are sort of down the pub talking about football. So we don't have that resource that mums
Something
have
that
got.
neither of us are interested in.
Well,
Exactly.
Because this book could be for mums as well, but it is really geared towards
But
dads.
it's dads who need it.
And having said that, my partner picked it up when I got the copy to have a look at home before the interview, and he couldn't put it down. He thought it was brilliant. So so it certainly had the effect
It's
on him.
ways not just of entertaining the children, but doing it while having a good time yourself.
Yeah, I
that's
think
part
that's
of
good.
the secret, is just reminding you how many things there are. And we're always being accused by our partners of being childish. Well, this gives us the excuse to be childish
Exactly.
and say we're looking after the kids.
And educate them.
Yeah.
So you
All
spent
these things
6
in one.
months doing all of this, and it was fun.
It was
It
great
was
fun.
great fun, actually,
And our
yes.
children really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We tried them out on our children.
Well, you need to show us if you've brought a few bits of elastic band and sticky back plastic and God knows what else.
We've
to
already
say.
started with the toddler ones. Where we,
Yeah, I think
Well,
so.
I mean,
in
they're
fact,
very
yes,
simple
that's-
things. You don't even necessarily need equipment for a lot of these things. Well, one thing that was very popular with all my kids when they were younger was simply wiping the smile over your face, which is just like this. Which is incredible.
They love it, don't they?
The
Love
action toy. You're going to do the action toy?
The action toy, yes, very good.
Dad,
Where
the
you-
action toy?
That one, where you have the,
No,
the
that
buttons?
one.
Oh, that one,
one.
yes. The action toy, where you do, I've forgotten how you do it.
Excellent. Yeah, I mean,
It's so simple.
So I've got a 2-year-old. I'm in the car constantly. I am having to think of ideas, and I sort of go look out the window and go, "Oh, look, darling, there's a tree."
Exactly.
It's not very
The
interesting.
thing that you mustn't do, of course, is ever start playing I Spy with them, because that is the real killer. Once you start, you'll be playing it over and over and over again, and it's a dreadful game. We've got several.
And then you ought to drive into a tree.
Yeah, exactly. One of the ones that we really like is when you've got children of different ages and you've got to try and entertain them all at the same time. The "Are we there yet?" question comes up again and again. One game is think of something. So you say to a 3-year-old, think of something furry. And you'd say to a 7-year-old, think of something made of aluminium. And you'd say to an 11-year-old, think of something oleaginous.
Oleaginous.
Oleaginous. Greasy.
Thank you.
Yes, Dad. Exactly. And so that they can all join in at the same time, all playing the same game, but playing in a different way.
Well, I mean, flicking through this book, I just want to sort of a couple of things that I love. There's a brilliant what, where, why, who, how section, which is things like how do planes fly? How does a flying buttress work? Where do babies come from?
But the thing is, children expect their parents, particularly I think for some reason dads, to
Particularly dads,
know
yes.
all these things. And
But you do,
trouble is
don't you?
Well, you don't. And if you did once and learnt it at school, you tend to forget. There is surely a correlation between having children and losing your memory.
Yeah,
I'm
I'd
convinced
agree
the
with
two
that.
things go hand in hand.
Children expect their mums to know where their socks are, what's for supper, and where they're going on a holiday, and they expect their dads to know all the serious stuff like how fast is the speed of light.
Well, the best part here at the back is you've got this whole section here on what today's money would have been worth then, which was brilliant. It's almost encyclopedic.
It's for solving those family arguments.
And,
You know.
and for winning in pub quizzes.
Oh, which works
Yeah.
very well, yeah.
So you could use this for pub quizzes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Great.
It's a sad anorak sort of book in many ways, in that respect, yes.
So we've got a lot of tricks for things to do with just what you've got in your pocket. So rubber bands, for example. There's a really nice visual trick where you put the rubber bands over the back of your fingers like this, and you snap your fingers and it jumps onto the other ones.
Very
But
good.
it is so simple, but it will keep small children
And the
amused for
postman,
a
of course,
very
gives
long
you
time.
free rubber bands.
A free rubber band, so stick it in your pocket as your dad. Don't forget rubber band wherever you go.
Rubber
But-
bands are fantastic. You can use them for so many things. You can use them as for training chopsticks.
Very,
for
very
kids.
good. You tie 2 chopsticks together with rubber bands and you
Yes.
get chopsticks that a child can wear. And if you cut them...
Oh, it's gone off the
And
set.
there's another one.
Well
Here's
done.
another rubber band.
But you can do quite a nice little trick with. Look back, thank you. Check this. Right. Okay. Show them that they can actually defeat gravity. Oh, there we go. Look, goes down the rubber band. Now, if you concentrate hard,
Yes,
you can make that with your mind go up the rubber band.
I'm thinking, oh, Hey, that's good.
This is going.
So look,
That's good.
Very
lots
good.
Lots of things you
So
can
I
do
mean,
like that.
so this book is obviously, you've not geared it just towards older kids. You can, you can entertain all ages with it.
You can entertain and also educate small children without them realising they're learning anything. I think that's the key to it. Once you say, I'm going to teach you all about static electricity, oh, no, it's boring.
Steve was talking about the speed of light before.
Where's that can go?
I'm not sure.
Where's
the
that
speed of
balloon?
light, but in fact you can actually work out with your kids the speed of light by using a plate of cheese in the microwave. Now that's fun, and that's the sort of thing kids are going to remember.
And things like...
Static electricity.
Oh,
Yeah,
there we
don't
go.
come
Look,
too near my
that's
hair,
great.
it'll be all over the place.
Which is
So you can actually
wonderful.
pull a can along.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And if you're in the bath as well, and you get a small stream of water coming through the tap, and you charge up the balloon, you can actually bend the water. There's something really weird about seeing water bend.
So, I mean, essentially this is all the things that you needed to know or wanted your dad to know when you were a kid, but didn't.
All the stuff your dad should have done with you and didn't,
Yeah.
because he didn't have the book yet. Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, it's brilliant, and I'm delighted you've come in. Now, have you any sort of other grand finale tricks that you could
There are
could
very
throw
simple
us?
ones, and one of the best lessons that kids can learn is never quite to trust grown-ups. So, could you want to be a kid for a moment?
Okay.
Here's a glass of water.
Oh, right. Okay.
I'm going to put this hat on top of the glass of water, and I'm going to drink that glass of water without touching the hat.
Okay.
This I've got to see.
Okay?
Yes.
You think it can be done?
No.
I
I don't think it can be done, Daddy.
Glug, 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 glug. There we go.
You've drunk it.
I've drunk it.
You haven't.
But now I can drink it without touching the hat.
Ones that involve the
I was beginning to think this is going to work.
ones that involve the children, I think, are the nicest ones, though. And there's a wonderful mind reading trick in the book that is fantastic for little children. I
Okay.
think that's good.
Oh, do that. No,
Am I
no,
going to
do
be the
that
child
earlier. I
again?
want to see
You be
this.
the child again.
All right, I'm going to be the
Okay.
child. The mind reading routine, you work up.
How
with your
many
dad.
fingers am I holding up?
7.
How many now?
3.
And now?
2.
It is simply, you count the number of fingers
With words.
with words.
Yeah.
How
The
many
number of-
fingers
the
am
number
I
of
holding up?
how
So
many
it
fingers
needs to
am
be
I
at the
holding
stage at which children can distinguish between
Brilliant.
syllables and words.
That is brilliant. That is so
up.
clever.
And even really small children can do that. And the younger they are, the harder it is for them to count the number of words. And so the more it looks like they're really concentrating to work out, trying to do the mind reading.
Well, Steve, Simon, thanks very much for coming in and sharing it. That's Dad's stuff. It's out at all good bookstores as we speak. And if you're a dad, don't leave home without it. Thanks
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you.